looks pretty weird to talk in front of a camera, so please take it easy on me. And in today's video we're talking about the R9 15X again, because a lot of you pressed on that dislike button without even telling me why. Some of you said that I'm drunk, but that's me most of the time, so I'm not drunk, you know. Anyway, a few days ago we found another leaked benchmarks about the R9 15X, and it wasn't that pleasing. It was really disappointing. In single core performance it was lower than the first entry, and in multi-core performance it was higher than the first entry. So yeah, there was some changes, but it's not as good as the i9 7900X. So other thing I wanted to point out, but I forgot actually, that in single core performance, the Ryzen R9 1950X isn't as good as the R7 1800X or any of the Ryzen R7 CPU lineup, and you shouldn't see that. I mean, when you look at the i7 7700K and the i9 7900X in single core performance in Geekbench, you find them pretty comparable to each other. There isn't a big difference between them. So when the R9 1950X gets released, we should see its single core performance between 5000 to 5500 points, and this will affect the multi-core performance by a huge shot. So yeah, you'll get higher performance than the i9 7900X if we found single core performance close to what Ryzen R7 series do offer. But you know, let me know what you think down in the comments. Now the i9 had a score in multi-core, it had a score somewhere between the 30 to 35,000. I cannot remember exactly, but it was really good for the price. It's a CPU for $1,000. It's half the price of the i7 6950X, and it had better performance, so it's a good CPU when you look at it. But then you look at the Ryzen R9 1915X, and it has 12 threads more than the i9 processor, but it's not that far behind from. Actually, just like the i9 7800X and the R7 1800X, when you look at the rendering benchmarks, find actually sometimes the Intel CPU ahead of the R7 1800X. So the R9 1950X will be somewhere over $800. I said that before. So it's $100 to $150 cheaper than the i9 7900X. It's supposed to have better performance in rendering and editing and CPU intensive benchmarks. But what about gaming? Well, the R7 1800X and the R7 lineup isn't as good as the Intel Core i7 CPUs in gaming, at least. But when you look at high-end gaming, the super duper high-end game, at first glance, why would you need to pay $1,000 on a CPU just for gaming? But then you're paying a lot of money anyway, so why not? I guess if you're taking the gaming route, then Intel is the best option for you, because they have been around for a lot of time, and game developers, when they develop a game on a PC port, they try to make it run as good as possible on Intel CPUs. And that brings me to the people that are pairing really high-end AMD CPUs with some mid-range GPUs. Why would you do that if editing isn't your purpose? I mean, why would you pay money on an R7 1800X and an RX 480 while you can get an i5 6600K or on a cheaper AMD CPU and pair it with something like a GTX 1070 or 1080 and get better performance? Maybe leave your thoughts down about that. Okay, getting back to our subject. Is the R9 1950X will be good for gaming? Well, I don't know, but I can give you some predictions or maybe some assumptions. I guess if you're going only with a single GPU, then the R9 1950X isn't the best option for you. But if you're going with SLI configuration, I guess this is the one to go for, or at least the Threadripper lineup. In one of Hardware Unboxed videos, they paired an R7 1800X with dual GTX 1080 Ti and compared it with the i7 7700K, and the i7 7700K destroyed the benchmarks, and it was way ahead of the R7 1800X. I guess AMD Threadripper CPUs is made for CPU intensive tasks because it has more cores than Intel does, and it has more PCIe lanes, but I just don't think it will be as good as Intel in gaming. And yeah, I still don't know why you guys press on that dislike. Maybe you'll press on that like button this time and let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe if you like to. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.